And after a day break, we are so happy to be here on ABC24 Weather Impact Now. I am Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett. We appreciate you being right here at 6:30 for the entire breakdown of the Mid-South weather forecast. We don't only tell you what's going to happen, we tell you why it's going to happen, and we check out some stuff around the region as well. Got a jam-packed show today. We've got severe weather in the Midwest, a tropical storm in the Gulf, some weather of our own, and I have some news to share with you at the end of the show. So stick around if you've not heard that. You don't want to miss it. That's coming up at about 6:55. As always, though, we check out our local forecast first and foremost and break down exactly what you can expect over the next several days. And kind of the highlight of this forecast here for Memphis is that well, you need the rain gear again. We've put it away for the last couple of days after the storms this weekend, but we are returning back to a little bit of a stormy pattern. Some storms could be heavy, like what we saw Saturday that led to some flooding, and then the humidity, it's going to continue to climb. It's already very high. It's much hotter today. 87 in Memphis. It's 89 in Tunica, 88 Clarksdale and Dyersburg, also 88 in Corinth. The big factor today, though, has been the humidity. We've been talking about the dew point. Yesterday, we were talking about the dew point in the 50s, which means it's pretty comfortable, but dew point now in the 70s, which is just uncomfortable. That means the humidity is increasing. It's much muggier than it has been. And that has helped to squeak out a couple of stray showers. We had in about a 20% chance today. Most of us have been dry aside from some drizzle, but there have been a couple of sprinkles that kind of just barely clipped Lafayette County a little bit ago. Those have now cleared out, just one little cell up in northwest Alabama, and it is going to be moving away. To our south, though, rain showers continue along the Gulf Coast, and that is going to be associated with Tropical Storm Arthur. That is just to the south of Houston. We'll have a lot more on Arthur and what impacts we could have coming up here in a bit. Tonight, though, pretty calm, quiet. It's just going to be muggy, 80s through about 10 o'clock. And then overnight tonight, we only drop to about 75, mostly clear, and it looks like rain chances are going to stay low. So a much more muggy start to the morning as we look ahead to Thursday, starting off near 80. I do think the first half of tomorrow is dry, but by the afternoon, we've got that chance of some pop-up storms. I can't rule out a sprinkle in the morning, but I think it's after lunchtime is going to be the best chance for those isolated downpours. Friday, mostly dry, maybe a sprinkle in the morning, but it looks pretty much okay. And then Saturday also looks pretty dry with a high near 87. Here's the latest hour by hour. You'll notice at 7 a.m. we're nice and dry, so the morning commute I think is going to be fine. But as early as lunchtime, we start to get some downpours come in. Now you notice we've got rain coming in from the north. We've also got rain coming in from the south. That's from that tropical storm. So all this moisture is meeting right on top of us, and that's what's going to help to squeak out more of those pop-up thunderstorms. Notice how it doesn't rain everywhere. This is not going to be a downpour for every single neighborhood, but some could be heavier if they do pop up near you. And then notice by tomorrow night, we kind of clear out. Friday morning, just a slight chance of a shower. I do think most of us are going to have a pretty dry Friday, but there is at least that chance in the morning. You add all it up for the next 7 days, we've got a couple of chances of these pop-up storms. We're looking at maybe 2 to 4 inches of rain over the next 7 days, and that could lead to some isolated flooding. We do have a low risk of flash flooding for tomorrow. It's a level 2 out of 4. That's how they rank that. Notice we're all in the level 2. So about a medium threat, low to medium threat, that if you do see a storm, it could lead to a little bit of flooding. But again, that's not going to happen everywhere. What is going to happen everywhere is the humidity staying uncomfortable through the weekend and even into early next week. That keeps the heat index pretty elevated. Even with highs in the low to mid 80s, heat index going to be closer to 90. Look at tomorrow, 99 is what it's going to feel like before those storms roll in. Now, looking at the weekend, I do think Saturday's mostly dry. There could be a shower, but I think it's a mostly dry day. Sunday, though, a better chance of pop-up storms. And then that also carries into Monday with a few more thunderstorms possible. So the best chances for rain going to be tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. Other days, can't rule it out. It's a lower chance, but I think tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday are going to be the best chance for those pop-up storms. Now, like we've talked about, just because we have this chance in doesn't mean it's going to rain in every neighborhood. These are isolated pop-up storms. They might hit one neighborhood and miss you. Might be vice versa. Everybody else might be dry. You might see the rain. Just depends on how it goes. You can always track where the storms are popping up, though, with live radar 24/7. Scan the QR code right there on your screen. That's going to take you to download our app for your smart TV. You can also just search ABC24. If you have a Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Samsung, search us up there. You can watch our live broadcast, but you can also just watch the radar anytime you want. It's up there 24/7, 365 to see exactly when and where those storms could pop up. Again, tomorrow I think it's going to be a pretty dry start to the day. Maybe some sprinkles early, but I think there's a better chance of pop-up storms as we look ahead to the evening hours, closer to 3 or 4 p.m. Not going to rain everywhere, but if you do see a storm tomorrow, it could be heavy with a little bit of a flooding risk. Friday, sprinkles in the morning and then a mostly dry afternoon. Clouds do linger, high near 85. Saturday looks pretty good, partly cloudy and 87. There's still a slight chance in there, but it's a pretty low chance. I think Saturday's a pretty dry day. Sunday and Monday, more pop-up storms. Same song and dance, though. It is not going to rain in every single neighborhood, but there could be a couple of pop-up storms for both Sunday and Monday, and we'll carry on that slight chance into next week. Tuesday and Wednesday both have a slight chance of some pop-up storms with highs in the mid-80s. So we're getting to June. We're closer to summer now. Just a good time to have the rain gear handy. We could see those pop-up storms pretty much develop at any point, especially tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So that's a check of the local weather, but there's a lot more going on across the country. We'll have an update on that tropical storm in the Gulf coming up after this, as well as an update on the severe storms happening right now in the Midwest. We'll take you there live after the break.